places, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning, Greater West Bloomfield. Good to have you in The Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center studios, and good to be with you on this Friday morning. We're here each and every Monday through Friday from 9:30 till 10, and then Tyler's here right after with an hour and a half of live local television. I'm telling you, you don't get this anywhere except the major network affiliates. I don't know any other community television channel that it does this much live every day. So we really hope you tune in. The Splash at 9:30 in the morning, the Megacast at 10. All local and very easy to watch across all of our platforms, including where it all started on Civic Center TV. You can catch us if you're a subscriber of Comcast Television in the area. Just go to Channel 15, and we are right there. If you're an AT&T subscriber, well, then you can go to Channel 99. There's a menu system. Pick up your favorite. Click on your favorite community like West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, Keogh Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and we'll be there. Another great way to watch is on our website at civiccentertv.com. Now, good things about watching there is you've got our live view you can watch, so you can watch our program in full high definition. But in addition, you'll see there all the information about the stories, all the archives, and an expansive on-demand area. So if you missed a story, you want to watch one from a couple of weeks, couple of days, couple of months, couple of years ago, it's all right there at civiccentertv.com. We're with the social media thing, so you can watch us live each and every morning on Facebook. Just search for Civic Center TV 15. Over on YouTube Live, that works there too. So go to YouTube Live and look for Civic Center TV. And then we're so happy and just fortunate to have our own FM radio station in the greater West Bloomfield area, 89.3 Lakes FM. So for those of you driving around the area this morning, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's first, as we do each and every day, take a look at our weather across West Bloomfield. And it warmed up a little bit. It was awful darn cold for a couple of days, and snow was flying. And even those Christmas trees over at Orchard Lake St. Mary were blowing over because of all the wind. But a little bit better today. 47 degrees will be our high, only going down to 45 tonight. We'll see the sunshine poke through. The wind will be back tomorrow, but look for 46-degree temperatures. And Sunday, it'll cool back off, but a lot less clouds. So that is our weather picture for the greater West Bloomfield area. Now, last night, I was driving around West Bloomfield and was in a couple of communities, and I just took my camera and popped out because there were lights everywhere. Let's take a look at a couple of the homes that I saw in West Bloomfield last night, and we're going to keep doing this, and I'll keep taking shots. Slow down, guys. Take some time. But look at these beautiful decorations, and this was in just one neighborhood. So I'm going to continue to drive around in the evening and take look at some more pictures. There's a couple more in here. But look at these great decorations. People, decorated the front of the house and their all of their shrubbery, but then they built some deer right in the front of the yard. And I saw a lot of inflatable items yesterday in a lot of yards. So we'll keep looking. Maybe we'll find your house and you'll see your holiday decorations right here on Civic Center TV early in the morning on the Splash Live. Well, we were so excited. There's one more. Isn't that pretty? That's amazing. We were so happy to hear that Cheryl Hawk and the West Bloomfield Local Music Department was at Carnegie Hall. We reported that yesterday. I saw it on Facebook. And lo and behold, here is Cheryl this morning live with us to tell us all about, I have no idea what happened, but Cheryl, good morning and welcome to the Splash.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fantastic. Where are you? Are you still in New York?
No, actually, we're home. We came home on Wednesday evening. Tuesday was, my Carnegie Hall performance. And we also performed at the Rockefeller Center by the tree for the tree lighting as well. So we had a couple performances in New York and they were really exciting, and we're home now.
All right. Well, you faked me out with that Zoom background that you've got there. Obviously, one of the pictures from New York. So let's wind this back a little bit. There's got to be a good story here. Not everybody gets a chance to perform at Rockefeller Center or at Carnegie Hall. When I saw that, that was big news. Tell us the story, Cheryl.
So about 9 months ago, I received an invitation for us to come to Carnegie Hall and to sing under, he's the rock star of choral music, Eric Whitaker. And I thought, what a wonderful opportunity. Um, his music is gorgeous. Carnegie Hall is gorgeous. And so I offered it to any student in our choral program that would like to go. And we had 16 students plus a grandma of a student and teacher in West Bloomfield study their music and practice for 9 months to be able to be part of this concert series. The concert series was the last concert of 5 concerts at Carnegie Hall celebrating the new holiday season, and we were the first act. So behind me, what you will see is our students with a couple other high school at, performing or getting ready to perform Tuesday night.
Yeah, and there's a variety of pictures the guys will keep showing. Maybe you can see them. So tell us what we're looking at right there, Cheryl.
So right there is the final bows. Eric Whitaker, the soloist, we had 4 soloists in the second act, and those were all the directors, including myself, taking our bow for the evening. So those were the second act students. Ours are in the back of me, but that was the end of the concert. As you can see, we had 2,000 people attend.
Wow.
And Carnegie Hall is a really big deal because it's the most prestigious hall in the world.
Oh, of course, Carnegie Hall. It just goes without saying. I
Right.
saw Carnegie Hall on Facebook and everything. Are you kidding? That's
Yeah,
amazing. That's like performing in the Super Bowl from to
yeah.
use a sports analogy, right?
I feel that way as well. And for these students, it's a once in a lifetime they'll remember their whole lives.
All
And the
right.
Kennedy, yeah.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So the other venue, the Rockefeller Center, we were the first group ever invited to sing by the skating rink in the tree. So we were kind of their test case. And so that was really exciting because they were thrilled to invite us as the first group ever to do this. So it was a double hitter basically. So I don't know any other kind of venue that would give us the acoustics, the experience. It was just fabulous. I'm sorry, I'm kind of wordless because it was
No,
so.
listen, I would be caught up in the emotion of it as well, and I am on behalf of all of the people in the community. Let's just go back real quick and look at these pictures because I want you to describe. We'll kind of do like a PowerPoint thing here, guys. Just take us through what these pictures are and explain, and maybe introduce some of the students or whatever you want to do with these.
So this is the picture of all of the performers from West Bloomfield. Okay. These are all the kids, and this is right after the performance. I have to do a special shout out. The uniforms were bought by the class of 2022, and so they donated the money so that everyone could have new uniforms and look as beautiful as they did. So thank you, class of 2022, for donating that money. We really appreciate it.
Well, you're going to be in Carnegie Hall. You got it would have been criminal not to look the part and not to have the great uniforms. Okay, let's take a look at the next picture, guys.
So in the middle, you'll see Eric Whitaker. Of course, he's the rock star. And they were just taking a funny picture with Eric. And you'll also see Carly Law. She's on the end in the first row. Her grandma also sang with us in practice. She'd come into school at 7 o'clock in the morning and practice with us. We did not practice in class because these students come from different choirs. They're not all one choir. So it was really a mixture of all kinds of students. But that was a fun picture because that was their last rehearsal and they were just being silly.
All right, Cheryl, what's next, guys? We got a couple of more. There we go.
This is their first rehearsal at Carnegie Hall itself, first time ever, and that's Eric Whitaker.
So before we go away from that picture, you know what enters my mind when I look at this picture? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Hoosiers. It's a movie about a small town basketball team. It may be in the 60s in Indiana, and they went to the state championship, right? And they go into this big, I think it might have been at Purdue or whatever university they were at, and they go into this big basketball arena and they're just awestruck by the enormous size of the venue.
Mhm.
What was it? Something like that at Carnegie? What did the students? How did they react when they first walked into this amazing place?
Yeah, at first you walk in and you go, "Oh, it's so gorgeous." I mean, it's just beautiful. But what the kids told me when they were done is, "Oh, if you stood up there and you sang, the sound comes back to you and it just envelops you." And so it's the acoustics of the hall that makes it just the most prestigious. And the kids were in awe of the sound that was coming back to them.
Little bit better than the stage at West Bloomfield High School?
Yes,
As
but our
nice as
stage
that
isn't too
is.
bad.
No, it's a
No,
nice stage, all right. Do we have
yeah.
any more pictures, guys? Let's see if we got a couple of more in here. All right, that's obviously the big performance at Carnegie Hall,
Yeah,
so
and you can see, this is at the
go back,
oh,
go back, go back, go back, go back to the shot you were just on a minute ago, guys. There you go.
this is at
Okay,
the Rockefeller Center. So if you look right behind there, there's the famous Rockefeller Christmas tree. As we were leaving, they said there were 2 million people coming in for the lighting on Tuesday.
you
So,
know, we just have
yeah, so
so much to be proud of here in West Bloomfield, and Cheryl, you've always done a great job with this program. And one of the things I really like is that you let the students understand the beauty of the music by getting them out and performing in all kinds of environments. Obviously, the Laker Express at the football games, it's probably one of your most public performances where all of us see you. But I remember a concert performance, I don't know, maybe it was last summer or the summer before, in the Concert in the Park series in Birmingham, when you were playing with my good friends Byron and Michelle
yeah,
Kinselmo. And,
yeah.
it's things like that, getting together with local musicians and going out and what is quote unquote a rock concert kind of stage. And there, you guys were there too. So it's a little bit different than when I was in high school and we'd have our band or our choral concert, up on that very stage we talked about at West Bloomfield High School. These additional environments, they must have a tremendous impact on the students.
I think it's really important, one, for students to see that music needs to be everywhere. And just a little plug, we're singing at the Pistons on the 18th, if anyone wants to see us. And we're also singing at Greenfield Village on the 16th. So
Well,
the, these give students an idea of not just West Bloomfield, but the world.
well, make sure you email me those dates. Maybe we get a camera crew out to follow along. Did anyone shoot any video? Do you have any video of these performances in New York?
We will get a video, but it is illegal to have videos except for the archives, because the music is copyrighted and they want people to buy tickets to go to Carnegie Hall, not
Of
watch it. So
course.
if I get a video, I'll let you have it.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. We wouldn't want to play anything illegal on Civic Center TV, but
Oh,
I think we can probably shoot a video of you folks at a Pistons game. So maybe we
yes,
maybe we can get
yes.
out and at least see the experience, even if we can't necessarily hear the performance. So how much preparation went into this? You just don't take a bunch of students, throw them on a plane, and get them in uniforms and prepare them for the performance in 5 minutes.
So one of the pieces was 3 songs. It was 18 minutes long. So it was very difficult. We every morning at 7 o'clock met because they were different. And then after school we met. And then we studied the music all summer long. So there was a lot of preparation that went into this.
All right. Let's talk about it from your standpoint. What were your emotions, your thoughts? Was it everything you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, because it was for the kids. I was invited to sing as well, and I decided that it was more important for me to watch my students have that moment. And it was incredible to watch our kids just enjoy the moment, but also share their music that they worked so hard on. And that's why I do what I do, is for the kids.
And we missed the real headline here. It should have said, West Bloomfield Fine Arts Director of the West Bloomfield Schools turns down opportunity to perform at Carnegie Hall.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding around. Well, Cheryl, what a great story. And what kind of impact do you think this will have on the kids? I mean, this is something that I imagine they will live with for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. And not just the kids, grandma too, and their parents. So we had 3 incredible chaperones, and we had some VIPs come and help us as well. And I think the experience for all of us, not just the kids, was something that we'll cherish and will always hold dear.
All right. Anything else you want to add about it, or anything else you want to plug while you've got our ear?
I just want to say to the community in West Bloomfield schools that without their support, these kind of opportunities wouldn't happen. And from my standpoint and the student standpoint, thank you, West Bloomfield schools and West Bloomfield community.
Well, to me, I obviously having grown up, look at these guys at Rockefeller Center. To me, these opportunities that we have here in our community are atypical. I just can't imagine thinking of a 2-week period where we have one of our graduates on TV running 2 touchdowns in front of 17 million people. And then we've got this great musical performance at Carnegie Hall. I mean, it really is a remarkable time. And this is, there's always amazing, remarkable things happening here. But thank you for taking time to share this story with us. Congratulations. Welcome home. Glad it was a safe trip. And please extend our greetings to all of the students. And I hope they had a good time.
Great. Thank you.
All right, Cheryl, thank you very much. We're going to take a break. What a story, my goodness. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. A lot of other things going on in the community. We'll have an update for you. Good morning, I'm Dave Scott. You're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
I'm feeling good.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
What's happening around you? Hear about state events, businesses, and from the people behind them on the Megacast, an hour-long TV, radio, and streaming show keeping you informed on the day-to-day news. Listen in on talks with volunteer groups, documentarians, and financial advisors, Monday to Friday with your host, Tyler Kieft. Catch the Megacast weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 on Civic Center TV, 89.3 Lakes FM, and streaming on mymytv.com. And now, back to The Splash Live.
Good morning and welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center TV studios. Tyler Keefe standing by. He'll check in just a couple of moments with a Megacast coming up from 10 to 11. Thank you for tuning in on all of our outlets, including the Big 89, as I like to call it, 89.3 Lakes FM. And for those of you listening on the radio, when you get home, you can pick up all the video stuff, all those pictures and everything. Just go to civiccentertv.com. So Cheryl a minute ago was talking about this really exciting Pistons game coming up. Here's all the information. This is really cool. So, the Pistons have always done a really good job marketing to high schools, but they've taken it to an entirely new level. So Detroit basketball is having West Bloomfield night. This is going to be happening. Is this correct? This might be an old flyer, guys. You sure this is correct and the right date? Because it says at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So this might be an old flyer, but again, we'll get the right information and get that up to date. But really exciting that the Laker Express will be performing with the Pistons. We'll get the right date and the right information for you, and grab that for you and bring it up. But really exciting that they're everywhere. They're in Carnegie Hall. They're at a Pistons game. So more information on that coming up soon. A lot of other things here going on in the West Bloomfield area that we want to remind you about. Breakfast in Whoville. So this is going to be going on this Sunday. And you've got all the information right there. It is all sold out. This is going to be going on at Shenandoah Country Club. When I say it's sold out, the first session is sold out. But you can see there are two sessions there. There's one in the morning and one in the afternoon, 3 to 6 o'clock. That session is still available. And, you know, how fun to go to something like this around the holiday time and let your young ones experience this great classic, a holiday celebration. So breakfast in Whoville with all the expected characters. It's going on at Shenandoah, and it is happening on Sunday. It's still a couple of tickets left. Earlier in the week, we had an opportunity to talk to the deputy police chief of the West Bloomfield Police Department, Kurt Lawson, and he told us all about the Stuff a Truck program. So we've got a lot going on supporting Toys for Tots. This is kind of a double whammy here because you can help out Toys for Tots and you can also help out the Oakland County Animal Shelter all at the same time. And it's going to be a really fun event. Come bring your toys. It's Stuff a Truck. Noon to 6 o'clock, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, December 10th. This is going to be going on in the parking lot at Orchard Mall from noon to 6 o'clock. And all the details are right there. And you can also get it online. I'm sure if you go to the West Bloomfield Police Department, you'll find out information. Not only can you bring toys for Tots, but you can go to the stores and get some really good goodies for the animals that are in the Oakland County Animal Shelter. So not only does it give you a good opportunity to think about the kids, good opportunity to think and support the Oakland County Animal Shelter and the animals that are there during the holiday season and do it in a really, really fun way. So mark your calendar. Next Saturday, Orchard Mall, West Bloomfield Police will be there. I'll try and stop by as well. Should be a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing you. Now, if you're looking for employment, and I recognize everybody right now has jobs available, just kind of the nature of the way the world works. We do too. We're looking for some folks here. And Michigan Digital is my parent company. We do all the staffing at Civic Center TV. And these are jobs that are available right now for Civic Center TV. We need a television anchor reporter for Civic Center TV and for some of our other activities. In all honesty, this is to host this show. I'm delighted to do it right now, but I'm looking for a host for the Splash. If you think that you might be a good candidate for that job, please let us know. We are also looking for a producer and engineer, and we're also looking for a social media and streaming expert. Now, these jobs are really great, especially for people that are beginning their broadcast careers. So if you have somebody in your family or somebody you know, or maybe over the holidays, some students that are going to be coming home from school and they're looking to begin their broadcast career, there's no better opportunity, especially for folks that live in our area, than to come work at Civic Center TV. So we really would enjoy you sharing that word with folks, letting them know about that opportunity and about those jobs, and see if you know somebody, have them get a hold of us. You can send email to us, and that would be the easiest way. Just send email to me, Dave at civiccentertv.com, or look us up online. All of our contact information is on our Civic Center TV website. So one final thing before we go, and we don't really have any video on this, but I thought this is really interesting. Maybe you know, were you outside last night looking up at the stars, looking at the sky? It was a very clear evening. Well, I saw an article here just before we came on the air. Some people were lucky enough to see a fireball streak across the nighttime sky right here in our area. And this was last night. The American Meteor Society listed a report. It came from Berkeley, but this would have been visible anywhere in our area. The Scientific Research Center said people between Pennsylvania and Indiana all saw, and that would include us as well, all saw a suspected meteor as of this morning. 737 people, there's some video on that. Thank you, guys. 737 people reported seeing the suspected meteor between 7 and 8 o'clock. You know, it's kind of funny because that's right when I was outside last night taking pictures of all those Christmas lights. If I just would have looked up, maybe I would have seen the meteor and caught a picture of that too. Sighting span as far north as Pinconning and go as far south as South Carolina, according to the American Meteor Society. Now, what is a meteor? A meteor or shooting star or falling star is light emitted from a burning meteoroid or asteroid as it moves into the Earth's atmosphere. So if you were looking up in the sky last night and you saw something that was a little bit scary, it wasn't a UFO. You and thousands of people probably all across the country had an opportunity to see the same thing. So just one final note here before we say so long today. It's going to be another huge weekend for our West Bloomfield High School alum at the University of Michigan as U of M continues to go on through their great run this year after beating Ohio State last weekend. They are playing in the Big Ten championship game, and that's going to be down in Indianapolis, of course. And of course, our guys will be right there. There's Donovan Edwards right there at the Ohio State game last week, running one of 2 touchdowns that clinched the game. And by the way, watch this video right here. See when he kind of pokes up there at the sky? That, as we found out earlier this week, is a tribute to his mother who passed away a couple of years ago. But University of Michigan with another big game, and look for 2 names. And for me, it's more fun when I watch a Michigan game and I know that Makari Page and Donovan Edwards, guys that were playing here at West Bloomfield just a couple of years ago, and we're on our state championship team that Tyler and I were calling the games on the radio, are now playing before millions of people on a national stage as part of this very successful University of Michigan team. So as you're watching the game, if you're not familiar with all this, it's really even a crazier story. It's even more fun because at U of M, the players wear the same number on offense and defense. They got too many players. So Donovan Edwards, number 7, running back, look for him. And then on defense, look for also number 7, Makari Page, playing defense. I'm sure he'll get a bunch of tackles in, make some great defensive plays, and we can only hope that Donovan Edwards, and I'm sure he will, have another big day. U of M is really counting on him because of the injuries across the team. So good luck to those guys in this big game, and let's all enjoy and celebrate this great weekend and celebrate all the great news and the great people and all the huge impact that our fine students and everyone in our community is having and impacting all of the state and the country and our world. Have a great day. That's what's going on in West Bloomfield. Thank you very much for viewing. Tyler Keefe is standing by. He'll be here with the Megacast coming up in a couple of minutes. Enjoy your weekend. I'm Dave Scott saying so long and have a fantastic weekend.
Hey Laker fans, do you know a friend or neighbor that volunteers in Greater West Bloomfield? We would love to help you recognize them at the 51st Annual Michigan Week Awards. Countless members of the communities of Orchard Lake,